Alrighty fam, welcome back to another episode. This is actually the 11th episode of my Holy Broken Empire playthrough. And in this episode I intend to do quite a few smaller wars, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But firstly, I'm going to improve my relation with somebody here, Luca, that's who it was. Because we can get enough relations to get him out of the coalition. The coalition diminishes more and more and more. Oh! Somebody just willingly left. That might be it for the coalition, finally. We'll see. Oh no, the Genoan Trade League just expanded a little bit, which is awkward, because I'm about to fight it. That's our next war, and speaking of which, let's go straight back to war. Switzerland Empire won't join. Switzerland just joined the thing, but he won't join. That's good. Let's go. And I think I will call in Bohemia, guys, because that will allow me to go in here, which will get Lucca out of the coalition, and we can free Mantua. Cool. Yes, sir. Let's go. Straight to war we go, guys. Okay. Oh, he's in the coalition. He's in the thing as well. Cool. So the main objective here is I want to annex him, force religion on him, release a prince from Genoa. This is the war leader. So let's take care of Genoa first. And now... Oh no, Mantua's being sieged by Milan. I did not realize. Perhaps it's not going to work out for us too well. So I'm checking out the electors because our rule is old as hell. I wish I could have popped this button, guys, but we can't with the bad legitimacy. There goes the coalition for good. Sweet. Cool. We survived it. That's crazy. That aggressive expansion was really sketchy, man. It was like the entirety of Europe, right? Like, if we didn't ally Castile, he would have hated us as well. That was madness. Anyways, it's going to be interesting to see, guys. Last episode, Castile declared a war on France, and he's officially ravaging him. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does to him, if anything more than just take some land. I'm kind of excited. And I'm going to go ahead and insult our rival, the Ottomans, with the intention of... We already have CB against Bavaria. I started claiming him last episode. But we already have CB against him. Yeah, see, this was the plan, to declare this war, and none of his friends will help him out. But bloody Milan is already sitting all over that nation. That's a shame. Burgundy, eh? Shoot. I wonder if I can break alliance with Bavaria. I had no intention of fighting Burgundy, who also has Savoy in a personal union. We've got some sailors. Let's go blockade up here to speed those sieges along. And make sure I'm using my diplomats wisely. Okay, do I go for inflation reduction? I think actually I'm going to save for stability boosting with my papal influence. I think that's the smartest choice right now. But we should be using our diplomat. And I don't know where I should be using my diplomat at the moment. How about boosting our relations with the Pope? That's something we can do. For more. Nice. He converted one of his provinces, Liege. while remaining Catholic the entire time. Good on him. More papal influence is what I'm all about at the moment, guys. That would be cool. Real cool. The Pope's pretty big for a member of the Empire. That's pretty unusual for my game, guys. He's usually just the one province minor of Rome. But we had to do things a little differently this time because I couldn't have that overextension to pass the Imperial Reform, and I was at 50 Imperial Authority right as I pieced out. So most likely, one way or another, Milan's going to end up with Mantua now. Whereas I would like, yeah, to be free ideally, but we'll see. Okay, let's have a look here. Wow, yeah, Castile's basically 100%ing France right now. Cool. Considering how low his enthusiasm is and how high his war score is, France is about to get 100%ed essentially. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to him. Okay. Let's look at the aggressive extension here. Yep, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We have truce with most of those nations who are over 50 aggressive expansion. That's definitely worth taking that and adding it towards the Empire. Genoa, we're going to release Corsica there. Last episode we integrated Sweden, and Hungary is 42% of the way integrated. Pretty cool. We're getting to a point, guys, where I'm going to begin, if possible, to break any member of the Empire's alliance when I'm at war with them, with anybody outside the Empire. Because we're getting, believe it or not, guys, we've got a lot of stuff to add, but we're just waiting to unleash those provinces and be able to add them towards the Empire. So we're getting pretty close to actually the disallowing wars. But disallowing wars is really great because it gives you additional imperial authority whilst the Empire is not at war. But then the big downside, of course, is when the Empire does go back to war, because you are declaring on somebody who's allied with somebody inside the Empire. So that's what I'm kind of going to try to avoid by breaking these alliances wherever I can. Wow, my war exhaustion is so high. Ooh. And I don't have Diplo points to spend. Dude, if my heir died now, I would be so mad. Continuing to claim up Denmark, guys, as that's a productive war for us to declare, but I'd also like to go really in against the Ottomans for the truce time. That's pretty significant, in my opinion, is the truce time. So the exception, I think, would be with Denmark. I don't mind if one of these nations, like Hamburg, etc., are allied to Denmark, because Denmark could probably pull off some stronger alliances. He's rivaling the great powers right now, which means, of course, he could potentially pull other great powers, like France or whatever, as allies, if he's just using his Diplo slots on small members of the Empire. I'm happy with that for now, you know. Alright, we paid off our final loan, so our economy has officially recovered a little bit since our crazy shenanigans of hiring tons of mercenary cannons. One yearly prestige for the rule of our emperor, who is 67 years old. So we're just going to lose 10 prestige there, so I don't want to spend the money. But I don't know if we still have the modifier for buildings. We do. Cool. It lasts ages. Cool. Let's spend that on workshops. I currently have 1 workshop, and we need 4 more for the one of these build buildings, which gives us some money and admin. I want that admin. That admin would be Judd. Real Judd. Bulgaria. Let's max relations with him so I can integrate him when we've fed him. We don't have to wait. That's where I can spend a diplomat usage. Okay. Oh, feels good, man. Look at that. Castile just took one province. Oh, yes. Yes. Fine, I didn't have truce with him. Okay, good job, Castile. He cancelled. Man, we've got such a long truce. Rip. He cancelled the personal union with that dude. I wonder if he makes an ally and we can go in against the ally and enforce religion. He liberated, look at that, 33 development, it looks like, to Burgundy. Maybe even more? I don't know who had this recently. I guess Burgundy just had it. Took it from Provence, I think, at an earlier date. And then he released this, weakening him. And I think he also returned core to England. And he released Provence more land. Wow. I mean, France got weakened, but the main significant thing is that this is free. If he allies somebody, we can attack the ally and enforce religion on him, get rid of that centre of trade once and for all. And the other major significant thing is that Burgundy is expanding. This guy is free. So this guy, if we enforce religion on him, let's just declare the war before anybody allies him. If we enforce religion on him, then I'd love it for him to join the empire. I could just annex him right now, couldn't I? They all hit that negative modifier. This is 3 provinces I could add to the empire myself, guys. I'll check out the aggressive expansion. He's Protestant, and we just use Deus Vult. So the aggressive expansion could be pretty low. I could just add them. I could just call them and add them. That's 3 imperial authority. Maybe I should do that. I have a think about it, but at the very least I want to enforce religion on him. Okay, this guy's got no diplomacy yet. I guess maybe he's going to struggle for diplomacy. He's a little bit out in the middle of nowhere. And he's, some nice money there from Genoa for once. Cool. An individual prince freed up. Yeah, he's Protestant and he's out in the middle of nowhere. He might struggle to add land, I don't know. To make allies, I mean to say. Okay, let's roll a 60 army tradition general, who is hopefully good. He's alright. Could definitely be better. Are we done with this war? I think we are. Okay. Who else is involved? The Palatinate, alright. I'll quickly take his stuff as well. Just for the heck of it. Check out his allies. He looks good to me. Oh, good. Okay, so we've spent last episode mostly managing the Empire, guys, and we're spending the beginning of this episode mostly managing the Empire as well, by the looks of things. If that's just how it goes, it's how it goes. But we are the Emperor after all. Inflation's getting up there a little bit, and war exhaustion's getting up there a little bit, which is upsetting. So there is one less heretic. inside the empire. Make sure he doesn't have any crazy alliances. Boom. And we're now fighting a 1v1 versus Picardy, so we could easily enforce religion on him. I'm sure. Let's invest that in those workshops. And not only am I building workshops, but I want them to be built in this area. There we go. So we now will have the high income, is that what it's called? Something like that. Build buildings. Completed, once those are in fact completed. Yeah, so let's check out the aggressive expansion of owning all of this. It's not very good, man. Considering I want to be killing, I want to kill this whole region ideally, and Denmark, I don't like that. What I'm going to do is enforce religion. And, yeah, just hope that it works out in our favor. Like, for example, Burgundy has reconquest against him, and he could go up there, take more land outside the empire. Hopefully he just joins the empire. If he's not a Protestant, we will have better relations with each other. I would like it if he just joins the empire. So that was not actually the most productive war. How about this one? This guy still has no allies. God dang it. There's a grand total of one... Wow, Venus is a valid rival as of... There's a grand total of one heretic, I think, guys. You can actually check, can't you? Yep. One heretic. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 0.19 is pretty good, honestly. Could be worse. Please return Munster. Mantua. Doesn't look like he would, but he's close. He's close. If we increased our force limit, he might do it. Alright. Next war, I think, by the looks of things, I don't see a good war option. So, I'm going to go ahead and transport... Oh, Norway. Ooh. Okay. We're under our Diplo relations as well. That's something I didn't consider. We could cancel Lorraine as our subject. I think, guys, I'm going to take a province here, a low development province from Norway, add it to the empire, and then release him. And that way we have reconquest. But the major thing is that I'm going to automatically transport. No, damn it, I can't automatically transport. Ugh. Over to the Scandinavian side, so we don't need to have to, mess around any funny business. Okay, Denmark, eh? France is now the weakest great power at 8th. Sucker. This war between Burgundy and Provence has been going on forever, and he's got so much, he's winning, He should have pieced out already. Just waiting for the siege, I guess. So the obvious one here to take is reduced war score cost against other religions. That can help us if we use the return core tab again. Oh my goodness. The Ottomans are getting attacked by the Mamluks. It's the dream. It's the dream, because his allies even might not back him up. It looks like the Mamluks attack broke some of his alliances. Okay. It's time to crush the Ottomans. It should be easier than ever. I wonder, can we afford a rank 3 at 50% cost advisor? Kind of, eh? Let's go for this inflation reduction advisor. Can kind of afford it. I don't know if those buildings have finished. Almost. They'll boost our economy a little bit. Clergy gains influence. Alright, that's fine. Wow, how often is it that you truly see the Mamluks attacking and crushing the Ottomans? I don't see it all that often, guys. People talk about, oh, the Mamluks are so OP, they're the new Ottomans. From my experience, they don't do that well, unless I do basically what I have done to them. But it seems to me that oh, did I really transport those troops back by mistake? This war has not been ongoing for too long. Nobody will help Denmark out? What? Okay, I need to get my troops over there, that's for sure. Because I just don't have the naval capacity myself. But it's such a good time to declare on Denmark. How many troops does he have himself? 22,000, okay. Inflation reduction if we make tons of cash. It seems like a decent mission. We need 2k. Alright, I will go ahead and add this. And then I will convert it for the papal, blah blah blah. And then we'll probably release him as a prince for 10 prestige to give us more authority over time. But we have to be at peace to do that. My war exhaustion is quite high, guys. I'm sorry to say. It's mostly just because we continuously go to war. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. If we waited, Pomerania will join, but what can you do? What can you do, dude? I felt like I had to wait to get my troops over there. I don't like the aggressive expansion here, so we are just going to enforce religion, which at least converts his capital city. And he's got a decent amount of cash for us. Do these have the modifiers? They do. But they are not going to last too much longer. That was a bit of a waste of a war there, you know, but it's whatever. The more that we force these provinces to convert religion, the more that this center of reformation just, we're like combating it, you know, by holding it down. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let us declare war. And we're going to take 3 provinces to add, which allows us to add all of Scandinavia, but it's also going to allow us to release Norway as a member of the Empire who we can reconquest on. Feels good, man. I'm not actually sure about that. I don't regret that claim because it's 3 development. It's a good province to take and then add to the Empire. But I'm not actually sure I want Norway. And you might think, why would I not want Norway? I'm thinking about the secret tactic, guys, which I have not yet unleashed. Wait, he deleted a fort on this side of the strait, you cheeky booger. We've got 2 siege on all of our generals, that's pretty cool. Now, what I'm wondering is, if I call Bohemia in, how many favors do we have? We've been using Bohemia so often. But I guess I'll do it again. I could fight this war and enforce religion there, so let's do it. Let's do it. Good news is that Bohemia will crush Pomerania for us. I'm going to use this army to enforce religion on that heretic. A 2 reputation advisor, 50% cheaper? Oh, fine. So be it. It costs us 50 admin. So be it. That's a nice advisor. I'm happy about that. I'd prefer the Diplo than the admin guy, honestly. Because the Diplo's feeling it. We're so low on Diplo as we integrate like crazy, like madness. Madness. So I suggest by the time we integrate Hungary, we can pass the thing. Dude, can our ruler die, by the way? 69-year-old emperor? Are you for real, game? What the hell? So I quickly want to check. Do we need a fort for that? No, we don't. That's what I thought. We do need a fort for that, which I'm on. So that is only 16 war score and not much aggressive expansion, and that's going to result in adding all of Scandinavia that we currently own to the Empire. That's perfect, that's what we wanted. And it's a relatively low amount of war score, which is good because I want to get out and go straight in against the Ottomans before we end this episode. I would feel really good about that if we were able to pull that off. Grab Bulgaria and begin integrating him as well. So let's quickly declare this war whilst Bohemia will not back us up, but I'm going to make sure that I'm kind of stack wiping, or at least defeating this guy. Except we just got exiled. Feels bad, man. I didn't actually think that was going to happen. I guess I'm a noob. Yeah, I want to wrap this Danish war up. So we'll use the war score that Bohemia is gaining for us against Pomerania. We'll use it to peace out this war sooner. Look at this. Friesland. That's Utrecht, right? But he's still a prince. Cleves is fine. Milan's fine. I mean, I can't ask it for it back. Galere. Uh-huh. No. He got rid of Brabant. Why would he not return it? You bastiche. El bastardo! Why do you do this? We've got ticking war score. So Morocco will not back the Ottomans up, man. So it'd be us versus him. And I wonder how his naval is faring. Look at this. Look at this. The Mamluks are losing. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know why the Mamluks are so potato compared to the Ottomans, but I mean, I'm not worried about that. He still served his purpose. As long as the war rages onwards, I'm happy. As long as it rages on, the Ottomans have no allies. But I'm wondering about his navy. That's what I wonder. Let's go send some regiments to carpet siege the Danish, as there seem to be a bit of a no-show on this side. Get some war score and reduce his enthusiasm. I'm wondering about this here. Build that in Vienna. That's something we should have done a little while ago, but, you know, doing the best I can with my economy. Oh, speaking of no-show, pay attention, monk. Damn it. They showed. They definitely showed. Bohemia, please don't be a potato. Okay, he's coming up here. God dang it. I wish they no-showed. Fine. Those stacks have kind of committed anyway. Okay, it's just sieging these back. Gotta make sure we don't continue the blunders here against Denmark. I want this to be a decisive victory. If we can get this fort, we can just accumulate everything and battle him. Isn't it remarkable? It never ceases to amaze me how our units, our allies, walk up here, sit, like AFK on his fort, right? And then they're just like, ah, never mind, and just walk off at the quickest opportunity to do so. Whatever it is, it's like a battle over the other side of the world. They're like, okay, let's go cancel our siege progress. While meanwhile, the enemy's allies are so productive. They just find the perfect spot. Apparently, my allies are incapable of defending. And they just sit there and siege it down and they see it all the way through, right? The contrast is just amazing to me. I probably sound salty. I'm not actually salty, but it's just for real. It's actually astonishing to me how often that happens. Okay, one less heretic. In fact, I think there's no heretics right now. Does it change next month, or is there a heretic that I do not see? I think there's no heretics, and it will just update given some time. Oh, there's a fort up there in Finnmark, eh? Interesting. I'm using 2 stacks. It's kind of my preference when I'm kind of carpet sieging, I guess, to use 2 stacks, because 1 stack always seems to suffer attrition. Pisa. No, that's not good. Come on, at least you return it. Thank you. At least somebody has some damn respect for me. Looks like our relations aren't going to make the difference with him. Forget it then. Just keep improving with Bulgaria. Now, I can cancel my subject of Lorraine, but at this stage I'm not over my limit, so it hasn't been like a priority for me. That was so crazy, that business with Lorraine. So please siege up this fort. Thank you. Excellent. Now, we should be able to send these 2 stacks around to siege everything. We've got the 2nd war score, and we've got a fort. And if Bohemia can get some bloody war score... There's a Habsburg here. Stefan von Habsburg. It's not my ruler. I should use my bloody ruler. Let's just roll our ruler as a general and not use him in combat. I mean, can you die, dude? Is it that much to ask that you die? 70 years old. What a joke. %62% of the way integrated of Hungary. Really looking forward to that, guys. That's going to give us an easy land grab against Wallachia. And we have the navy to come over and stomp Theodora, which is 5 provinces. Theodora cannot be added just yet, but it's also going to give us the opportunity to go in against Poland. I see Bavaria. Now, war exhaustion is getting up there, and I do intend to take these provinces. But it's not that big of an issue. It's not that big of an issue for the reconquest of Bulgaria. But I feel, I'm beginning to feel like this war is dragging on for too long. Hey, you let's go do it ourselves. I hate you. I hate you. You're trash. You're trash, Bohemia. How is it that Bohemia versus bloody Pomerania, and it goes like this? Well, that's why, I suppose. But he's... whatever. Calm down, Monk. Everything's gonna be okay. We're winning. I'm even winning at sea. I'm even winning at sea. That should demoralize him a little bit. Everything's going to be okay. I just want to win even harder, guys. Yeah, that got us some war score from blockading and, yeah, demoralized him a little bit. That fort would be good if we could get lucky. Try to avoid so much attrition there. That's what's contributing to most of our war exhaustion. You know what? This I can just see Lorraine derping as well. Let's just go try to make sure that siege prolongs. Okay, come on, Hungary. Come on, Hungary. I want to go in against the Ottomans. Oh, the Mamluks, a little bit of a comeback. Good job. Thank you. Yes, there it is. Okay, that seemed to be more painful than it needed to be, but it was decisive enough. It's good. It's good, good, good. Let's have a little army up here. These are all Catholic, right? Let's just boost them. I couldn't care less. That should mostly low development. Core is a non-issue. Unrest is mostly a non-issue. Let's get out of here. Core those up and we can add all of Scandinavia. Okay, so let's just get Bavaria out of this bloody war. Let's use our claims to, yeah, cheap land to add to the empire. I think that's smarter than Norway, guys. I think cheap land to add to the empire when our truce is up. If we've not yet revoked when our truce is up, let's keep fabricating for cheap land. And it's so far north, the aggressive expansion is not bad. I think I like that. Just permanently claim his land up. Speaking of claims. Claims against Albania are disappearing. Okay. Let's not forget when I'm at peace to cancel this. If we can catch Bavaria's troops, then we don't even need to siege this down. Look at the siege continuing when it's not even existing. That's interesting. Bit of a bug there. Okay, I'm looking for the cheapest provinces. Looks like we've got the only real cheap one that we border. Can you seriously get alive, Bavaria? Wait, what? Never mind. I see. We're now at war with Bohemia. My bad. I see how it goes. There's no bug. There's a bug in BudgetMonk's mind. His troops are of a decent size. I need to get over here and get out of this war ASAP. We served our purpose of converting the heretic. There are no heretics inside the empire. I need this capital city. And let's just get out of the bloody war. How are we doing on military? Well enough. Fort, please go. That's why he's got high enthusiasm. Now he's got low enthusiasm. Who are you, allied with Poland? No, you're not. Good. Look at this 1 ducat per war score. Okay. Phew. I want to use Bohemia against Poland, so we'll re-ally him. And back to where we go before something goes wrong. So I completely lost track of the length of this episode or anything like that, guys, but it's high time that we take this call back for Bohemia. And this is as good of a time to do it as ever. I'm going to call Castile in. Let's have a look at his navy. 30 galleys. Yeah, that's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Let's bring our own navy around to participate. His navy's probably... I think our navy's a bit outdated. No, there are no ships that can be upgraded yet. Good. Good. Whew. Okay, guys. So, needless to say, lots of land to be added here. Hungary is 70% of the way integrated, which is going to be lots of land. We're getting to a point that we're going to gain lots of land. Lots of imperial authority inside the empire. Truce is up with France because we did a separate peace. Think about it in between episodes. He should be mostly oriented down south. Finally, dude, the Emperor dies. I needed that Imperial Authority a long time ago. Okay. We got a good heir. That's 6 in Diplo, baby. Awesome. Love it. Naturally, the Ottomans don't have a fort on this side, which is kind of good and bad. It's actually usually my preference, guys, when I declare the initial war against the Ottomans. In most cases, I actually like to take, like for example, when I did it with Hungary, I like to take Bulgaria as opposed to, I freaking forgot to add him as individual prince when I was at peace. I'll make sure to do that after this Ottoman war. Oh, Diplo points. Oh, yes. Dude, as much as I want the army morale buff, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. 40 Navy tradition. Nah, it has to be that. 200 Diplo points. Beautiful. See, it doesn't give us army tradition any longer. It gives you army professionalism. Who cares? Pretty bad air, it looks like. No, Burgundy converted. We're gonna go in for an enforced religion on Burgundy, guys. Yeah, that's gonna be next episode. We're gonna convert him. He's a heretic. We'll convert him, and that will convert his capital back, hopefully stabilizing him up a bit. But boy, man, I'd love to be at peace with my war exhaustion. Speaking of which, we got beginning to get unrest, like even in our own provinces. So thankfully it only costs 49 because of our innovativeness and our Diplo ideas. So that's half of the points that we gained for free have been spent. But that's what it is. So I'm hoping our navy, guys, if we're smart with it, I'm hoping we can get across onto his capital city, you know? He is a bit all over the place. He's fighting the Mamelukes at sea, and he's fighting us at sea. Ah! Did I seriously get caught that quickly? No, we're good. Negative 15. Take that up on now. We now have states available. So I will only add states which are free. How many do we have? 2. We have 3 available. Wallonia is here, right? Yeah, we could do that. Thrace was free for 50. Could do that as well. That's fine. It's higher than the Scandinavian one. Okay, I'm wondering if somehow our navy, which is not as strong as his, could create some kind of distraction and allow us to get over. He's pretty smart with it right now, the way that he's playing it out. Boost our stability from the Pope. We do have heavy ships. Aragon's nearby. Should we go poke our nose in? We have an admiral right now. I suggest that we will lose, obviously. But this is what I'm hoping to do is like... Aragon's going for it. Yes! Yes! Go, 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 go! Haha! Gotcha! That feels good. Okay, this war, for that reason, will be fairly smooth and we can move on to other things. I forgot. We want to do this. Look at that, guys. Do you see the cost difference? It should look 5, 8. That's because if we do it here, we return core, we have the 25% reduced cost. But one thing I learned from one of our other games is that if we give the occupation, then it's the equivalent of Bulgaria piecing him out, as opposed to me piecing him out. So Poland's going against the Livonian region up there. Okay, I guess I should start claiming up like a... I should be thinking hard about provinces to add to the empire like this. Claiming up. So, I'm looking forward to ending this episode, guys. This is only... How much war score is that? Only 25. We should get that. I should be blockading him as well. We should get that pretty quickly here, guys. Pretty quickly. We should get that with his capital. And for the sake of efficiency... I'm going to peace out so that we can move on and do some more converting of some of these bloody nations whilst we have the chance. We'd have to fight Burgundy, Milan, and Savoy. That's certainly not the easiest war at all. This bloody center of trade guy has not, center of religion guy has not got any relations. I might no CB him to get rid of that center of reformation. It would be worth it. So that's probably all going to be next episode, but just trying to wrap up this episode, and before I bloody well forget, Venice declares on Ragusa, eh? Interesting. Before I bloody well forget, I would like to release East Frisia and release from being our subject Lorraine. Standard stuff here, guys. These nations being converted back and forth, but as soon as we core up this province, which we're close to doing, we can pass at least one reform, and Hungary is 78% integrated. I keep getting this bloody event over and over again where it costs us double points or Imperial Authority, and obviously I'm going to refuse to spend that Imperial Authority. Yep, so we've got a lot to do next episode, guys, but I'm going to be looking forward also... Well, hang on a second. No, we're fine. I just had to think there, make sure I'm not making a mistake. Looking forward also to declaring some wars on the future with the Ottomans. We officially got them out, finally, of the Balkan region. Bulgaria is up and running, which is yet another nation for us to integrate. But it costs 564. Not the worst in the world. We're now losing -1 per month, and it's going to go increase to less once we have better diplo rep due to our core. I almost did forget. Let's do this before I end the episode, and then, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and break that. which makes them hate us and we lose relations. Feels bad, man. But that's a Diplo slot freed up that we can utilize. And I'm going to go ahead and spend more prestige here on releasing our new Prince of East Frisia, which gives us more Imperial Authority. And there's peace inside the Empire. Brilliant. Okay, I'm not going to declare a war whilst there is peace inside the Empire. So we're definitely going to pass the next reform next episode. And probably, my guess is we'll pass 2 reforms next episode, guys. Looking pretty good. Thanks for watching. We're economically doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you next time in the next episode.